by the way. This is a time right now for us to come together as a community and just be generous with each other. And I want to share with you about Forex because this is a skill set that I've been learning for the past 2 years now. Essentially, Forex stands for foreign currencies exchange. So think of it as like in the United States, we have the US dollars, and in other countries like Europe, the UK, they have the euros, the pound, and then Japan has the Japanese yen. So every country has its own currency. And this entire market is a financial market that has $5.3 trillion that's being exchanged per day. So the volume of the money that's being exchanged inside this market is tremendous, $5.3 trillion per day. So it's one of the largest financial market out there. And the exciting thing is, sounds better now, Judy. Okay, awesome. The exciting thing is that right now with technology, with the internet, all of us can tap into this financial market from literally a smartphone and or even a computer, as long as you have internet access. And you know, back in the days when long time ago, only people who have like tons of capital can tap into this market. But today, even if you have just like $20, $50, $100, you can tap into this market and profit from it. Obviously, it's a skill set that takes time to master, takes time to cultivate. And I'm coming on here, guys, today as like, as you know, I want to do a disclaimer right here, right now. Like, I am not an educator in the foreign exchange industry. I'm basically sharing with you information that, you know, could potentially open your mind to something, a new possibility. Right? I want to do this disclaimer because I want to, for example, think of us going to a gym, right? When we go to a gym, the gym is basically just an environment that is set up, it's conducive for your success. Like, the gym does not guarantee any of us to have a beautiful, sexy bikini body or you know, get, you know, muscles, right? The gym doesn't do that for you. You are still the one who have to put in the work. You still have to show up. You still have to learn from people who know what they're talking about, like get a personal trainer to teach you the ways. But the gym is just there for you to take advantage of. And that's really what I'm doing for you guys today. So I don't want you to be like, you know, asking me questions like, oh, Miko, like, are you making millions from the Forex market? Like, I don't want you to worry about what I'm doing or what my journey is like, because at the end of the day, all of us, our journeys are unique, right? So someone can come into learning Forex today and they can master this in 2 weeks. For me, it's been taking a while, but that's okay. That's my journey. And today I just want to show you guys more of the visual, what it looks like how do we even look at the charts, the basic Forex 101 stuff. At least you have an idea. At least you can see that, you know, it's possible for you and it's not that scary as it seems like, you know, if you guys been looking at people's charts, sometimes it can be intimidating, but I want to show you that it's actually really simple. So I am going to go ahead and I see Karen, you're from Australia. So cool. Okay, guys. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen right now. So let me know, what do you want to share desktop? Okay, cool. Can you guys me if someone can unmute themselves, let me know they can see the screen. That would be great because I can't see you guys right now when I'm sharing my screen. Can someone let me know? Someone brave enough to unmute themselves and let me know they can see the screen.
I can see it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, whoever that is. Okay, so basically, when we are looking at the Forex market, we go onto a website called tradingview.com. So any of you guys right now, if you have like an extra laptop, you can even like hop on to tradingview.com and look at this alongside with me, or just look at me. And then when you watch this recording, you can go back and go through this on your own, okay? So I'm gonna start off just a fresh chart, so there's nothing on there to confuse you guys. Okay, so I pulled up, oh, this is not fresh. Okay, I'll delete everything. Okay, so I pulled up Euro USD. So how we look at the Forex market, super simple. We are looking at the value of each currency in comparison to the other currency. So right now we are looking at the euro versus US dollar, right? So what that means is that when we are looking at a chart like this, so okay, before I even talk about the charts, I want to give you guys some context, some background information. So if you guys have ever traveled overseas before, if you, for example, if all of us go to Europe today and we have to, I mean, it doesn't apply now since we're all quarantined, but say if we can travel to Europe and we take $1,000 US and we have to exchange to euros, depending on what the exchange rate is today, we may get a set amount of euros back. And then say we don't spend any of that euros and we come back to the US tomorrow, and then we have to exchange euros back to US dollars. Again, depending on the exchange rate, the amount of USD we will receive back may or may not be exactly $1,000, right? Depending on that fluctuation. So what we are doing when we are trading currency, we are really just leveraging, tapping into that fluctuation in the value of the currency. So an exciting thing is, and you guys can ask me Q&A at the end, guys. I know this can be like mind-blowing. It's just like a foreign concept for some of you. So just keep all your questions at the end and just follow me through as much as you can right now, okay? So when we are looking, the exciting thing about trading Forex is that you are not actually buying or selling any physical currency. So when I'm saying I'm buying Euro USD, I'm not actually buying euros for US dollars. Okay, I know this is kind of tricky, but there is no actual exchange of physical currency going on. All we are doing is that we are looking at the, sorry, there's one more person waiting. Sorry, Tisa, you were waiting in the waiting room. All right, going back to what I was saying. Where was I? So when we are trading foreign currency, we are basically just like leveraging that fluctuation in the value of different currency. So let's go into the charts right now. If you guys can look at this, super simple. If we can all agree, we have seen that the market is overall going downwards, right? So we can see going down, super simple. And I'll break it down to you what this means. So when we are looking at Euro USD, this only means that the value of the first currency, which is Euro, the value of the Euro is dropping in comparison to the US dollars. Again, the value of the Euro is dropping in comparison to the US dollars. So as a Forex trader, how I can make money in this scenario is that when I read the market and when I can see that the market is going down for Euro USD, I will enter the market for sell. Okay, I want to sell when I read the market to be going down. And if I enter the market like somewhere, I will just drop right here. If I enter the market right at the top, and as the market is going downwards, I am making money. I'm profiting from the drop in the market, okay? So let me delete this. So I want to sell when Euro USD is going down. Okay, super simple. And then if we look at over here, what is market doing right now? Here, price is going up, right? So what does this mean again? The value of the euro is going up in comparison to US dollars. Again, the value of the euro is going up in comparison to US dollars. So in this case, I will want to buy into the market, and I want to buy at the low, right? So I want to get into the market somewhere down here. I want to enter the market for buy right here, somewhere right here, okay? And then as the market is going up, as long as it's going up from where I enter, then I am making money. And all of this, guys, the exciting thing is you can do this on your smartphone anywhere across the globe as long as you have internet access. We are all tapping into the same market. Someone like Osman from New Zealand looking at this chart is exactly the same. Karen from Australia looking at this chart is exactly the same, right? So at the end of the day, this is just a skill set of learning how to read this chart. And the exciting thing is, once you learn this, once you master this, you have the skill set of tapping into a $5.3 trillion market for the rest of your life. And the thing is, with something like trading, it's all about exponential gain. So I will pull up a calculator, you guys, right now and show you what that means. So let's do some math. I'm not good at math, guys. In case if you guys read the email, I said that you don't need to know math to trade Forex because like everything is done for you, you know, in the computer. And learning how to read this is more so about looking at patterns instead of looking at numbers. Okay, so let's go back to this calculator. All right. Let me make sure you guys can still hear me. Yes. Can see it. Okay, awesome. All right, so this is a compound calculator. I want to show you guys how to grow an account in Forex market. So say even today, we just have $500 that we can put into a trading account and to grow it. And then every single day, we want to aim for a 2% gain in our account. So what that just means is that every single day, I want to at least hit my goal of 2%. So the first day, I just want to make $10, like $10 in the market, super doable, you know, following risk management. And then you do this for 360 days, so for 1 year. And I want you guys to pay attention to this column. The percentage goal for every day is the same 2%. What that means is you will be doing the same thing in the market, the same skill set every single day for 360 days. So, and I want you guys to look at this column and see how the gain is getting exponentially higher and higher. So the 2% today is $10. So let's look at what 2% by the end of the first year looks like. 360 days, 65. 365, not 360 in 1 year. The same 2% can net you about 11K. This is important because your skill set doesn't change. You are doing the same thing in the market every single day. Like that's exciting. The same 2% that gets you $10 today could potentially get you 11K a year from today, doing the same thing, right? Obviously, you will not hit 2% every single day. Some days you'll get 10%, some days you'll get a -5. Like this is just hypothetical, but this is the potential of the skill set. So if you guys are listening right now and you're thinking like, okay, even if it takes me 2 years to master this, or even if it takes me 5 years, right? I don't know how old you guys are. I just turned 25. So like, even if it takes me 5 years, I'll be 30 by then. And if by 30 years old, I can be making like 11K days just by entering a couple of numbers on my phone and live my life, like that to me is totally worth it, right? So when I saw the potential Forex, I just went all in. So now going back to this, learning how to read this chart is 10% of the game. If you guys got to this webinar today because you were watching my Thriving in 2020 show, you guys are already at a great spot to, you know, to go on your path for success. Because like 90% of winning as a trader, or even winning as an entrepreneur, winning in life, it all has to do with your mindset. It's all about the inner game. And that's where 96% of traders fail at trading because they don't have that piece down. because they let the emotions take over. They let their discipline completely go down the drain. They let their risk management go out the door. That's why a lot of traders fail. It's because they don't have that inner work piece, that foundation. So I want you guys to know this. Like once you have that inner foundation piece set, solid, 90% of that game, you're good to go. You just come here and learn the technical side. Learning how to read this strategy is so simple. I can show you guys that right now if you guys want me to. But before I do that, let me go back to the chart and let me see if you guys have any questions before I keep going. I know I kind of went super fast. So if you guys want to unmute yourself, let me know any questions you have. I would love to address that right now. Oops. Hi, Lila. Thank you for waiting. I saw that you were in the waiting room. Sorry. All right. Do you guys have any questions at all? Let me know before I move on to the next step.
Started into Forex exchange.
What was it, Osman?
Yeah. I was just wondering, who got you into or introduced you to Forex exchange?
Oh, good question. Okay, so who introduced me to Forex? Can you guys see me or you can see the screen? Okay, anyway. So I started Forex around 2 years ago, I believe. And I got into this because my older sister and her fiance were super into crypto, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, all that cryptocurrency. Before the Bitcoin went up to 20K, they kept telling me buy Bitcoin, and I had no freaking idea what they were talking about, and I completely ignored them until it's too late. I got into Bitcoin when it was at its all-time high, and then obviously that was not a smart move. But then when I opened myself up to cryptocurrency, that's when I started networking with people in the community, and I discovered a person. He was highly influential inside the community trading cryptocurrency. And then when crypto market completely tanked, he transitioned into teaching people how to trade Forex because he was also a Forex trader. And then when he introduced us to Forex, again, I hit that mental block. I immediately shut it off because I was like, no, what is this Forex thing? I don't want to get into another foreign thing. And then again, I have to overcome that mental limiting thought, and I just be like, okay, why not? And then I got into Forex, and ever since then, it opened my mind to personal development. Forex was the catalyst to me completely going on to this journey of diving deep into understanding who I am, doing the mindset work, the inner transformation, and then opened me up to entrepreneurship. So Forex is really what started everything for me. And it has a really personal meaning to me, and I'm so glad that I get to share that with you guys today. Good question, Austin. Do you guys have questions about let me mute you guys really quick. Do you guys have questions about the technical piece before I move on? I don't want to confuse you guys too much. To clarify, Forex is the tool exchange market. So for those who are in it, they have the potential to make money by exchanging some of their country's currency for another, and then exchanging it again to take advantage of different countries' inflation. Okay, so if I'm understanding that question correctly, you're asking me if we're actually exchanging physical money? I'm not sure if I'm understanding that question correctly, but to clarify, when we are trading in the market, we don't need to own any physical currency, other countries' currency that we are trading. Does that make sense? Okay, so how it works is that I'll walk you guys step by step, right? So say all of us today, we want to get started into trading the market. So what we would do is that we would open an account with a broker And you can do that, like there are all types of brokers online. I'm not going to recommend them because I'm not at a position to do that. But there are so many brokers online. You can just open an account, just like opening a Facebook account, right? So you open an account with a broker, and then you will deposit like $100 US, or if you guys are in Europe, 100 euros. You would deposit that amount in your account, and then you will go ahead. If you guys have your phone, you can pull up your phone, and I'll show you which app you will actually use to tap into the foreign exchange market. So I don't know if you guys can see this. I'm stop sharing my screen right now. But okay, so if you guys can see my phone at the top, this one is called MetaTrader 4. This is an app that all of us can download completely free on the App Store, MetaTrader 4. And that's where I use tap into the Forex market, okay? So if you guys like have downloaded, just like you will log into here. Basically, you'll see all the currency pairs that we were just looking at on my computer, right? Earlier, we were looking at Euro USD. So I would just look through this list, and then I would find Euro USD. I would put up Euro USD. And then when you have $100 in your trading account, you can start selling or buying into this pair, into Euro USD. Okay, so this is where you would enter the market and where you would extract profits from looking at the chart. Does that make sense? I know it's a lot. But yeah, once you have that $100, it goes into your trading account on this app, and then you can just like trade. You can sell or buy. And then remember, when we enter the market as a sell, if you just enter right now, and the market starts going down, then you're making money. And obviously, to secure the money, you need to get that out of the market.
Wow, that floor feels
before the
so
market.
solid.
Yeah, there is one spot that needs
Oh, really?
attention.
Okay. Yes. Nice. Perfect. Hope. Thank you so much for that good question. Eli, unmute yourself. Did you have a question?
Should have been in the bid and everything that he did.
Okay.
Maybe he's got them, he just forgot to put them on.
Okay. All right. All right. So that's pretty much like the basic, and then I will go back to my. I want to show you with you guys one more thing before you guys can ask me more questions. So share my screen. Okay. So I want to show you how simple it is to read this chart, right? Again, we already went over how going up means we want to buy into this pair, buy into Euro USD. I want to buy when it's low. And when I anticipate, when I can read the market to start going down, I want to enter the market as a sell. Okay, so I want to show you how I read this. Like, what the heck am I looking at? Sorry, guys. Okay, so let me go ahead and just, basically we're doing, we're drawing on the charts. Like, I love art. Like, to me, this is more about art than numbers. And then you can really like make it pretty. You can draw different colors. So I use this tool called horizontal line. So the market is really simple to read. There's only 3 ways that the market can go. So it can either go up, or it can go down, or it can go sideways. Okay, so there's only 3 ways the market can go. So, and then let me just draw this 2 lines right here for you guys right now. If you can, everything, just look at the purple lines. So in the Forex market, there is these things called support and resistance. So resistance or ceiling. So think of it, if you guys are inside a building right now, you have a ceiling at the top, right? And then what is underneath you is the floor, right? So this is called support and the floor. So these are called like different levels in the market. And if you guys can, actually, I'm gonna probably drop it right here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Just ignore everything else, just look at the purple lines for now. So if you guys can look at this, like this, these are price right here, what price is doing. So when price is above the floor, like above this purple line, that means that this level is the floor because price is ranging up here, right? If we are looking up here, when price is underneath the purple line, then this level is the ceiling. So we're trying to box price into a zone. That's all I'm doing right now. I'm trying to trap this price into a zone. I want to trap it between the ceiling and the support. This is a strategy that I learned from Christopher Derrick. He is a 7-figure trader. So it's a strategy called price trap. Okay, so I basically trap price into a zone. I trapped it between the ceiling and the support. And when I do that, I'm basically in like a waiting game. Actually, I'm gonna bring it back up here. Okay, I'll explain to you guys why. So right here is the ceiling because price didn't go beyond that. So I trapped it right here at the top. And then here, let me do some magic so you guys can understand what I'm talking about. Okay. Oh, all right. JK, it didn't want me to do that. Okay. All right. If you guys can just ignore everything from this point on. So as you guys can see, this zone right here, this zone. You see how price is trapped between the top and bottom? And all I'm doing is I'm waiting for price to do one of two things. So this is like all, imagine this is all the future that I didn't know was coming. I didn't know this whole piece. Okay, imagine this whole piece right here was the future. This is the future. Looking at the Forex market, like everything in the future goes this direction, right? Like the price will just continue to play out. So imagine that I didn't know what this was going to look like, this whole piece. Just imagine that together with me, guys. So I am just sitting at price right here right now. I don't know what's next. I don't know what price will decide to do. I have no idea. I don't know if it's going to keep going up or it's going to turn around and go down. I just don't know. Right? In Forex, we are not predicting. We are reading what the market tells us exactly what it will do. It will tell you if it's going down or it's going up. Okay? So how I know it was going down? Super easy. So price could do two things. From this point on, it could have either kept going, it could break my ceiling and keep going up, or it could have came down and kept going down, which it did in the second option, right? It did break my my floor, and then it kept going down. So Forex is really simple. Like you have these major levels like the ceiling and the support, and all you're doing is that you want to see if it's going to break either level. What I mean by break just means to go past these purple lines, to break the boundary or whatever you guys want to think of it, right? It obviously didn't keep going up. It didn't go up, so it turned around. Remember, price can only do three things. It could either keep going up, or it could go down, or it could go sideways. In this case, it went down. It went down because it broke my floor. It came down right here. If you guys can see, it came down. This right here, it broke my floor, and then it came up a little bit, and I just kept going down. So in this case here, market is telling me it's going down, it's going down, it's going down. What did I do then? I sell, right? Market was literally telling me right here that it wanted to go down. So this was my entry for sell. So if I enter right here, so this is just a measurement of how much price has went down in the market. The only number we need to look at is this 425. I don't want to go into too much of the technicals right now, but essentially 425, the market went down by 425 pips. Pip is just the unit of measurement in the market, okay, in Forex. So how you know how much money was that could potentially be made in that 425 pip move? This is how you do the math. I don't want you guys to worry too much about this technicals right now, but just know the math, okay? Just look at the math. Don't worry too much about what lot means. But this is the potential. Okay, whatever. One lot is $10 a pip. These numbers are always going to be the same with variation depending on which currency pairs you are trading. But if you guys can do the math, 425 pips, if you enter for sell right here and all the way down, if you exit the market somewhere down here, you could have potentially made, I believe, the minimum is what? 425 times 10 cents each pip. That's $42.50. Or you could potentially make $425 or $4,250. Okay, obviously this depends on how much capital you have in your account. That varies, but let's look at how long it took to make $4,200 and something dollars. I mean, this was a long trade that took 7 days, but $4,250 in 7 days, that's a good number. I wouldn't complain. Right, but sometimes like this move can even happen in 2 days, right? Like if the Forex market is just wild, you know, some currency pairs like the GBP pairs, like if you guys look at this, like this was insane. I know that you probably don't know what this means right now, but the market moved up by 1,000 pips in 1 hour. 1,000 pips in 1 hour. If we do the math again. Right here, where was it? If we do the math, 1,000 pips moved in 1 hour. I don't even know. 1,000 times $10. What is that? What's the number? That's 10K in 1 hour. And guys, I'm not making any income claim. I'm just showing you guys the potential of what you can profit from the Forex market. Like these are just numbers, and obviously it takes you to master the skill set to get to that level, but this is the potential, okay? Does that make sense so far, guys? Feel free to ask me questions. I hope I'm not frying anyone's brains right now. Okay. Questions? No? You guys all got it?
How did you learn all of this?
Okay, was that Osman?
Yeah.
How did I learn? Good question. I will go into that after I answer Hope's question really quickly. So how does one determine ceiling and support? Really good question, Hope. So going back to my chart, right? This is what learning the skill set and mastering the skill set comes into play, right? As someone who is brand new to this, like it takes some time to train your eyeballs to even look at this market, right? Someone who just think of like, if you're a baby who never seen a traffic light before, you wouldn't know that red means stop, green means go, right? The same thing with Forex. It's all about just learning how to train your eyes to see the patterns. I've been looking at the charts for like over 2 years now. So like I can instantly see where to place this purple line. But really simple, really quickly, if I can explain like how I dropped it there. I just want to see, like, think of the more touches, the better the line is. So what do I mean by touches? So like price tapped it right here, 1 time, 2, 3, 4, and there's more here. So the more times that it connects with the price point, the stronger the level is. And when I draw these lines, I don't just draw like one line. I make it into like a zone. So I do 2 lines. So if you guys like, I usually do it like this. So it's like a zone. It's not just like a horizontal line. So as long as you are entering the market in these major levels, then you're good to go. You don't need to know precisely where that ceiling falls. You don't need to know exactly where that support is. But you just need to a zone of this major level. And if you look at it, this is clearly a ceiling. Price touched it, would break it, it came up, touched it, and come down. Finally, this is a break, right? This broke the ceiling. It came back a little bit and then just went up. Like here was a buy setup. Like you could have buy into the market, and then this is a 300 pip move. Again, 300 times the minimum, that's like $30 in 3 days, or 300 pips times $10 per pip, that's like $3,000 in 3 days, right? So like it's so easy. The more you do this, the more like you will train your eyes to see that. And it's all about just repetition. Do it again and again. Enter the market, exit the market, like practice entering and exiting. I get it. Thank you. Awesome. You guys are such a good learner. Okay, great. So Osman, to answer your question. So just like how we go to school to learn a new skill set, right? Like this is, you're learning how to tap into a $5.3 trillion market. Like this is not an easy peasy game that you just kind of play with. Like obviously you want to make sure you're learning from qualified educators. You want to like get the best education you can. It's all about enrolling into education. So where I personally learn everything, at first, you know, I follow certain mentors, like I pay for like private mentorship, but then eventually the strategy that I am specifically using, which is so easy, so simple, I learned it all from inside this academy called I Am Academy. It's like, it stands for what I Am Mastery Academy. Let me pull it for you right now. Super easy. Like this is just the academy I personally use. Really simple. It has like, think of it as an online university to learn how to trade. It teaches you how to trade Forex. It teaches you how to trade cryptocurrency. And you're learning from educators who are 6-figure, 7-figure traders. Again, I share this with you guys at the very beginning. You know, I'm not a qualified educator. I'm just here to show you guys like, you know, the potential of Forex. But to actually learn this skill set, you need to go to someone who is an expert, right? So this website is where I personally learn Forex from. So they have live education. You can tune in every day, learn from different educators. And I'm a visual learner, and what they do is that they literally do what I'm doing with you guys right now. They will share their screen, exactly like, you know, walk you through how to read the market. A lot of times these educators even like get into the market in real time with the students. So while you're studying, while you're on the live session, they will like say, I am buying Euro USD right now. You can buy with me as well. You can enter the market and you can make money alongside the educator. So that's just what's possible inside this academy. I hope that answers your question. Okay, so that's pretty much what I wanted to share with you guys. Like, I just think that at this time right now, like, it's so important for all of us to keep our minds open and to like start to be creative and really see like what are some possibilities out there, because like, you know, this coronavirus is not, I don't think this is the only challenge, guys. Like, the economy is gonna get a huge hit. Couple months down the road, couple years down the road. So like, it's so important if we can prepare today. Like, learn a new skill set like Forex, even if it takes you a couple months, you will be set, you will be prepared next time something like this happens again. So it's kind of, I'm just planting seeds in your mind. If you feel like this is something you want to dive deeper into, let me know. Send me a message. Actually, I will drop a link for you guys right now if you want to do like a one-on-one chat with me. I can answer more questions for you, so you can ask more depth questions. Okay, I want to help you guys any way that I can. So let me go ahead and sign in. If you guys have more questions, this is like literally, I can't even summarize 2 years of my learning of this skill set into like a 1 hour Zoom call. So if you guys like a private call, here's the link. You can book a call with me and then we can dive deeper. But with that being said, guys, I am so happy you're able to hop on. Like, I'm so grateful for all of you and so grateful for Zoom and the internet for us to be connected, even though we are all staying home. So thank you so much. If you guys have any other last minute questions, just let me know before I hop off. Nope, we good to go? All right. Okay, everyone. I'm going to do an Instagram story if you guys don't mind. Say hi if you want to. It'd be awesome. All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I'm going to let you guys connect me on the Calendly link if you want to. Take care. Much love for you guys.